All right, we got Mast Landing Brewing Co. Looks like we got some vanilla and peanuts is what I'm seeing on the label. Vanilla Gunner's Daughter, and we got a milk stout with vanilla beans and other natural flavors. Unspecified, but the little peanuts on the label kind of make me think that might be where they're headed. And it looks like we got a 5.5er. So let's see how this goes. Don't think I've ever had anything from Mast Landing. Made in Westbrook, Maine. So we got some East Coast in the house. Okay. It's pretty thin. Not like a lager or like a Pilsner or some shit like that. But it's pretty thin for a stout. Now it's 5.5. Definitely doesn't seem like it has no alcohol punch or doesn't seem heavy or syrupy or anything like that. It's pretty easy drinking as far as the stout goes. There is a nice hit of that like fake peanut butter. And I was talking about this in another video, but there's like peanut butter and beer just does not come across well. Now it says other natural flavors, so maybe they used like some real peanuts in here, but it just never comes across well. It doesn't taste like the real thing, I should say, most of the time. And this one kind of tastes like that. It's that other peanut butter. It's almost like fucking peanut butter shell or something rather than peanut butter. But the vanilla sweetness is nice and it's all right. All right, let's continue Stirling week with some Pearberry. If you don't know, BBS Live is doing their themed weeks every week, but this week is Stirling week, one that I wanted to jump in on. And of course, IMCDB kind of pushed them to do a Stirling week, and the greater community also was behind it. So you can see there, standard Stirling fare, very full tub. This one, it's bright. You get a lot of like fresh cut pear, like fresh pear, not overripe, not super sweet. It does have some sweetness, but it's like fresh cut pear, man. And that is beautiful. I'm going to be using some Ariana&Evans Asian pear at the end of the shave. That one is much more sweet. It's a little warmer. It's got more complexity going on. This here, more simplistic, but it also has a little bit of berry in there. I'm assuming like raspberry or something like that, because it does have like a little bit of tartness. But it's a really nice, simplistic, casual banger. Well, maybe not a casual banger, but it's a nice casual scent. We got it lathered up in the Lancaster Razorworks bowl, a staple of my everyday shaves. And then we're using a Sawdust Creation Studios brush today. This one here is called Plum Crazy. It's got like some plum purple and a little bit of crimson, like copper type tones going on, pinks and purples and copper. It's a very nice pour and I really enjoy it. And then on top is a Paragon Boar knot. So I'm using a Boar knot today. And that knot broke in really quickly, and although it's not very dense, it's been a workhorse for me whenever I've used it, and it is quite soft now, so no problems there. So we are going to get into this one-handed straight razor shave that was started by none other than Frank Stromberg of Wet Shaving and Stuff, if my research serves me right. I think that was the furthest back video that I saw when I did a YouTube search of the one-handed shave tag. His was like 3 weeks old. So I think he is the originator. Should have been paying more attention. But I think he's the originator of this tag. And I was actually tagged from Jeremy, the traveling shaver, a couple days ago. Maybe 1 or 2 days ago. And so the tags are piling up. And so I'm combining Stirling Week with these tag videos. We're just gonna kill 2 birds with 1 stone by doing these together. Fucking dense ass lather today. And yesterday, really. It's been a while since I've used Stirling. That's why I was excited to jump in on Stirling Week. And I gotta tell you, I need to use it more often, because holy shit. I haven't made lathers this fucking beautiful with some very expensive soaps. This fucking Stirling lather is just dense, creamy, luxurious, and holy shit. I could probably add more water, to be honest, but it looks decently hydrated. It's got a nice sheen to it. Guess there's only one way to find out, right? So, I use 2 hands when I straight razor shave. This will be the weapon today. The Friodur, and this is the 472. And so, beautiful razor. I'm a sucker for that detailing on the spine. Beautiful razor. Kind of a large blade, as far as my collection goes anyways. Give you a look at it right there. Very beautiful grind. And so I'm going to be using my dominant hand just to give me a fucking chance, because I'm sure I'm going to be doing some awkward angles. But let's get into this and just see how I do. I did absolutely 0 prep. I didn't test things to see how I'm going to tackle this challenge. I actually didn't put any thought into it at all. Other than who was I tagged by and who do I plan on tagging, which I should get that out of the way before I forget. So I'm thinking of tagging Marion the Barbarian, Jack from the Virtual Groom Room, John Shaves, and Brandon Shaves. So, I figured, I'm pretty positive I forgot to tag people in my Why I Wet Shave video. I told Vito, I think his channel is Vito Belt or Vito Shaves, but I love that kid. I love his enthusiasm for the hobby and how he goes about passing that love on to others his age. I love it. And so I told Vito in the comments that he was tagged. And did I use my other hand already? Goddamn. See, that's gonna be the challenge. Isn't the challenge? The challenge is not. I should put this hand behind my back before I do it again. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I forgot to tag people in the last tag video. So I told them in the comments if they wanted to do it, they could do it. It's a little bit different without my skin stretching hand as well. But yeah, so those are going to be my tags. Glad I got that out of the way before I forgot. This is going to be interesting. I have to pay a little bit more attention here. So now this is where we're going to get into some awkward angles, improper technique, because I definitely did not I definitely didn't practice how I was going to go about this. And I don't study other shavers. At least I haven't in a long time. So I know we have a few one-handed shavers amongst us in the community. And they're highly respected. Like Maddie Lindholm. But to be honest, I watch a lot of videos nowadays, just kind of like audio only. I'll throw the 1.5 multiplier on, and I'll either put the phone on the counter while I'm working, or I'll have my headphones in while I'm working, so I'm not truly paying attention. Alright, got the first pass done. I may have cheated over here. Honestly, I don't remember. I'm sure you guys will let me know. So slickness was on point, even though it was very, very dense and luxurious. I think it could have easily accepted more water. And so maybe we'll just paint in a little water here on this second pass. To be honest, there's probably so much trapped in my beard and the collar of my shirt that probably don't need to re-lather, but I'm gonna because I have a lot of lather over here. So an interesting tag. This one is obviously just for fun. Test your skills, make you try some uncomfortable shit with a sharp blade. Why not, right? It's good to have fun once in a while, you know. There's no greater meaning behind this besides just basically having fun, you know. Alright. So we got plenty of lather left. And by the looks of it, I didn't even get all of it off the surface of my bowl there, so definitely looks like I could have went a little bit. I could have loaded a little bit less, or I could have just kept lathering a little bit longer to make more suds, but that would have been a little bit unnecessary. Unnecessary? I was thinking of that dodgeball reference. Unnecessary. I'm not going to go any further. That shit's gross. But this is looking great. Painted in a little bit of water. It definitely looks like I could have painted in more water. I just made a really dense, creamy lather today. I think that's going to be the undertone of my Stirling Week shaves, is just how in tune I am with making great lathers with Stirling. And it's not really to toot my own horn, but I think anybody can make a great lather with Stirling, especially if they watched my how to make a bowl lather tutorial that I made in the very beginning of this YouTube wet shaving journey, because I used Stirling in that video. Alright, we're still with the right hand here, going against the grain. Now this is familiar territory. I'm not doing anything new or unusual here. Not doing anything new or unusual here. Alright, we got the familiar territory pretty much taken care of. I'm going to try to overextend as much as I can before I inevitably have to change grips. Definitely don't recommend the overextend maneuver. Definitely doesn't feel appropriate whatsoever. I'm gonna have to, after this video, I'm gonna have to go back and do a little research on one-handed shavers tackle these, like, really, you know, the opposite side of their face. Now I'm gonna turn it into like a, kind of like a butter knife action, or maybe how a barber might address it. Gotta pay attention to where the scales are, though, because I don't want to bump the scales, thus driving the blade into my skin. So definitely awkward. Oh, I guess I could have done this butter knife action. Okay, that's not too bad. I guess I could have done that butter knife action. It's actually decent close on the neck. We'll give a feel around maybe while we're rinsing off, but that wasn't too bad. All right. Now we'll just do it kind of the way that I go with the grain normally, but we'll do it on the top half of the face, I suppose. Definitely doesn't look right, but I'm not here to look like I know what I'm doing. I'm here to do this fucking tag video. Not too shabby. Cut that beard line just a little bit deeper. Fuck it. I think we did her, boys. That was definitely awkward. If I cheated in the beginning, just know I don't think it was a very difficult task up there on the sideburn area. But that wasn't too bad. Definitely had some awkward grips and positions going on that I never ever do. Like that butter knife. But that butter knife wasn't too bad. I think actually, who does the butter knife? Who does the butter knife action? Is it Shaven Butcher? Yeah, I think it's Shaven Butcher that does the butter knife. Or at least he did a video discussing the butter knife grip. And so that actually, it didn't feel too out of character there. Let's go ahead and dry off with the Lancaster. Alright, so Jeremy, thanks for tagging me. This was an interesting one. And fellas that I tagged, if you're interested, please feel free to jump in on this little bit unorthodox tag. It's just for fun. And if you didn't get tagged but want to do this, just go ahead and do it. You don't need to wait around until you get tagged to participate in a tag video. This is all about community involvement anyways. So if you want to do it and you don't want to wait, just do it. Alright. So, not the matching aftershave, but it does have pear in it, so it should at least be complimentary. This one had the child-proof lock on it, a very nice industry standard restrictor there. And this one, as I said, is a little bit more warm, a little bit more sweet, and it has a little bit more complexity going on. More cologne-like. But I love it. Asian pear is absolutely bold and banging. And that's a nice finish to this shave. One of my favorite splashes, after all. Alright, guys. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate all the support. Have fun with this one. Hope you had a good day. Cheers. I'll catch you guys on the next one.